Meghan Markle snapped. She wasn't just irritated, she was boiling with rage. The trigger? A savage puppet parody that didn't just tease her, it ripped straight through her carefully polished. This time, Spitting Image didn't play nice. They didn't aim for lighthearted laughs. They went straight for the throat, mocking her Hollywood dreams, her constant chase for relevance, and even her grip on Prince Harry himself. And here's where it stings. Meghan couldn't brush it off with a smile. She completely unraveled, watching a puppet version of herself expose the cracks she spent years trying to cover.
No more following Granny's rules. Don't wear your pants on your head, Harry. Don't barf on the butler, Harry. If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that.
Right away, Megs.
This wasn't a playful royal roast. It was a direct hit. The sketch didn't just joke about her. It dragged her most embarrassing missteps out into the open. Moments the Sussexes thought they'd buried forever. When Spitting Image unleashed their most ruthless take yet, Meghan's fury told the world one thing. The parody cut deeper than anyone expected. When Spitting Image made its comeback, no one expected it to hit this hard. The legendary British satire, famous for shredding politicians and celebrities with ruthless puppet parodies, turned its spotlight on Meghan and Harry. And the result was nothing short of brutal. This wasn't the lighthearted humor of late-night TV.
Meghan, this new Netflix show I'm producing for you is gonna be huge. Tell Eldon all about it.
It's about a beautiful young swan, but no one treats her like the beautiful swan she is until season 2, when everyone apologizes to her.
It was sharp, biting, and designed to leave scars. The puppets didn't just lampoon the couple, they dismantled their entire public narrative. Meghan was cast as a fame-obsessed climber, desperate for Hollywood approval, while Harry was reduced to a clueless tag-along, struggling to find his place outside the palace walls. For longtime fans of the show, it was comedy gold.
I don't know, Megs. I've tried every career there is. Prince, Hitler, maybe I'm just not qualified for anything.
That's not true. You're a great husband, a good-hearted man. You've got big, muscular teeth.
Thanks, Meg. And I guess now I'm qualified for this. Unemployment!
But for Meghan and Harry, it was a full-blown character assassination. The savage return of Spitting Image wasn't just about laughs, it was a cultural moment. A mirror reflecting the cracks in the Sussex brand that many suspected, but few dared to say out loud. And that was only the beginning. The parody wasted no time tearing into Meghan's biggest weakness, her obsession with branding. The puppet version of Meghan was portrayed as a woman constantly chasing the next trend, desperate to position herself as a Hollywood lifestyle guru. She wanted creams, supplements, clothing lines, anything to stay in the spotlight.
Hey, it's the husband formerly known as Prince. Any luck getting a job?
Oh, they had me driving for Uber Eats, but there were too many damn rules. Don't touch the food, don't taste the food, drive on the road.
I'm sorry, Rowdy Weddy.
The audience laughed, but the undertone was brutal. It wasn't just parody. It was a cutting reminder of how Meghan has been accused of turning every moment into a PR opportunity. What made it sting even more was that it rang uncomfortably true. Every time she's tried to reinvent herself, from actress to duchess to entrepreneur, critics have accused her of being more focused on image than substance. The puppet didn't just mock that, it exaggerated it to the point of absurdity.
Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorites.
All right, I've finished my clippy. Where it says signature, do I put the royal seal?
That's not necessary, Mr. Off Wales. I see here that your previous career was in realty.
Royalty, but it wasn't a career. My wife's got a Netflix empire. Who doesn't?
Meghan, who prides herself on control, suddenly looked powerless. The parody made her brand appear hollow, and that's a blow no carefully crafted Instagram post could fix. If Meghan's parody was savage, Harry's was downright humiliating. The show didn't depict him as a rebellious royal carving his own path. Instead, he was a lost man, fumbling for relevance. One sketch mocked him begging for acting roles, reduced from prince to struggling extra. The most brutal moment? A puppet recreation of that infamous red carpet scene when Harry was caught pitching Meghan to Disney's CEO, practically asking for work.
So Pads, tell me, everyone knows you're the bear who likes to share. What's the secret to your eternal personal glow?
Well, Harry, I'm glad you asked me that. As you know, I'm a huge fan of South American product.
Is it Colombian?
No, 100% Peruvian, biodynamic, organic, catastrophic, cocaine.
Yes, I've tried it, and the results were incredible.
That clip already haunted him online. But now, immortalized in puppet form, it became comedy legend. The laughter was loud, but underneath it was pity. Harry, once celebrated as the fun, relatable prince, was now painted as a man without purpose, dependent on Meghan's shadow for direction. The parody didn't just make him a joke, it made him look like the ultimate sidekick in a story where he was once the hero. The heart of the satire wasn't just about fame or jobs, it was about control. Meghan's puppet was portrayed as the mastermind, pulling the strings, while Harry's puppet stumbled along behind her. Scene after scene reinforced this dynamic. Meghan as the cold strategist, Harry as the clueless follower. It was ruthless, but it tapped into whispers that have followed the couple since they left the palace. That Meghan calls the shots and Harry simply obeys. Whether that's fair or not didn't matter. On screen, it looked real. And once that image sticks in the public mind, it's almost impossible to shake. The parody didn't just mock a marriage, it mocked the very balance of power inside it, suggesting that Meghan's ambition isn't just driving her career, it's steering Harry's entire life. For viewers, it was hilarious. For the couple, it was devastating. The Sussexes built their story on rebellion. They weren't just royals, they were escapees, fighting for privacy, freedom, and independence. But Spitting Image ripped that story apart. The puppets mocked them as hypocrites, preaching privacy while signing multi-million-dollar Netflix and book deals. They mocked Harry for lamenting the royal system while still living off its fame. They mocked Meghan for demanding independence while relying on the very titles she claimed to despise. The irony was impossible to ignore. To the audience, the message was clear. This wasn't rebellion, this was reinvention, a way to cash in on royal drama under the guise of breaking free. And as much as Meghan and Harry hated the parody, it forced people to ask the uncomfortable question: were they really victims or just savvy marketers selling a story? At its core, the parody wasn't just comedy. It was commentary on how Meghan and Harry turned themselves into a brand. Every move, every interview, every contract, all part of the business of being Sussex. Meghan's puppet was shown obsessing over logos, branding, and appearances, while Harry bumbled through as her assistant. It was exaggerated, sure, but it struck a chord. Because in the real world, their post-royal life does look like a carefully managed PR machine. From podcasts to documentaries to memoirs, everything feeds into the Sussex empire. And like any business, it's vulnerable to criticism. Spitting Image didn't just mock their hypocrisy. It showed that without the palace behind them, the couple's entire power rests on their ability to keep the public watching. Take away the spotlight and the brand collapses. That's the brutal truth the parody forced into the open. Here's the irony. Meghan and Harry left the monarchy to find freedom. Yet even in exile, they can't escape it. The parody hammered this point relentlessly. Harry whining about being fifth in line, Meghan plotting her next big media move. Together, stumbling from one headline to the next. The sketches made it clear their entire relevance still depends on the crown they claim to reject. And maybe that's the saddest part. No matter how many deals they sign, no matter how many interviews they give, they'll always be defined by the palace they walked away from. Spitting Image didn't just expose cracks in their story, it exposed the trap they can't escape. A life where freedom means nothing without fame, and fame means nothing without the monarchy. In the end, Spitting Image did what it does best. It cut through the PR, the headlines, the glossy Instagram posts, and revealed the contradictions underneath. Meghan wasn't just parodied, she was exposed as a strategist desperate to hold the spotlight. Harry wasn't just mocked, he was shown as a prince without purpose, reduced to a supporting role in his own life. And together, their freedom looked less like independence and more like a business plan. For the audience, it was hilarious. For Meghan and Harry, it was devastating. The question that remains is simple. Are they really rebels carving a new path, or just performers selling a different version of the same royal story? One thing is certain, once the puppets have spoken, the world never forgets. And as long as Meghan and Harry remain in the spotlight, the satire will follow them, reminding everyone that the line between freedom and fame is thinner than they ever imagined.